The tween, teen, and young adult years are awkward for both the parent and the child. Hormonal issues and societal pressures, moral dilemmas, and frontal lobe brain development make navigating life for the adolescents a challenge. Wouldn't it be beneficial to have a devotional that assists you with such difficulties? The Cure for Adolescence, Applying Biblical Principles to Your Daily Life by Tenisha N. Collins has been designed to transform the lives of the reader and assist in developing a habit of spending time with God. It is geared towards today's adolescents and poses the cure to daily life struggles. It is best received when guided by a parent or with a study group. Minister Carmen Byers says, I believe this devotional is a win-win for parents and adolescents to read and ingest together as they search for and find answers to many natural and spiritual challenges in life. So order your copy today of The Cure for Adolescence on Amazon and Kindle. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching my 1-year journey of staying self-employed. Guess what month I'm on? If you did not read the topic, I am on month 9. Month 9. Can you believe it? It has been 9 months already since I have been working for myself, not working for the man. And I've just been coming on here each month. Hey, Earl. So I've been coming on here each month to talk to you all how it's been going for me. And the reason why I like to do this is because so many times we hear about successful people, but we don't know their journey. They don't share with us how they got to that point. And so, hey, Ernest. And so I've always wanted to, I enjoy doing videos. So I always like to share knowledge with people so they can learn from my mistakes, learn from me to find out what's working. And I also like to hear from you all what's working with your business as well. So I'm really excited about our topic today, which is I sell calendars now. So now it's time for me to figure out how to sell them. So if this is your first time ever tuning into the show, make sure you go ahead and share this video now so that more people will know about me, my business, as well as be able to just learn and get some nuggets about what's working for me with this business and entrepreneur journey. Hey, Patricia. So let me know that you're in the virtual world. Also, if you truly enjoy these shows that I produce, I would love for you to give a financial gift. And my GoFundMe page, as well as my PayPal link, is listed in the description box. Also, the calendars that I am now selling, the link is in the description box as well. And I would love for you to purchase a calendar. So let's get started. So the reason why I decided to create the calendars is because I always struggled to find out what I wanted to do with my life. And so these calendars actually highlights Black women as well as their careers in hopes of inspiring girls and teenagers to be introduced and explore various different career fields. So that's why I created the calendar. And I'm so excited, about the women that's going to be featured in the calendar. So I have a teacher, a veterinarian, I have a a specialist, as well as an African American literature bookstore owner, and I have a blogger. So I have all these various fields and industries that's in this calendar, so that it's a motivational tool, as well as just brings hope to these young ladies that has the calendar. So it's not just any calendar. It is a calendar that brings hope and motivation to the young ladies. So another thing about the calendar is all of the women that's participating and being featured in the calendar, they wrote 5 goals that they want these young ladies to focus on. So each week, the women will be, the girls will be focusing on something for each week. The calendar also has words of affirmation and encouragement throughout the calendar, and it also has 3 things that has made these women successful. So that's why I'm saying this calendar is more than just your average days on a grid and then that's it. It's so much more than that. And so that's why I'm really excited about this calendar. So I had to figure out a way that I wanted to sell the calendars. How are people going to purchase the calendars from me? So I actually created a website. And if you have never created your own website, it is very time consuming if you want it to look good. So now you can just slap something online, purchase your domain and get a host and just put anything together. But that's not how I like to do things. I want my stuff, anything that I represent, I want it to look as professional as possible, that I can afford and that I can do myself. If you're just now tuning in, you are actually watching my 1-year journey of staying self-employed. This is month 9. Make sure you go ahead and share this video now. So I created my own website, and like I said, the link is in the description box. And so my vision, the name of the company is called Today I Want to Be. And the vision for this business is really, to start having events for kids nationwide so that they can actually meet these professionals. So, how we have those career days at school. So this is all packed in to a calendar. And so I want to have free events nationwide for these kids so that they can be motivated to become something that maybe they had never heard of before, or a profession that they don't really see in their surrounding, in their environment. So that's my vision, for the business. And eventually, I don't want it to only focus on, because right now, this 2020 calendar is featuring Black women. So eventually, I want all of my calendars to highlight different genders as well as different ethnicities, because I really feel like it's important to see yourself and to, I don't want to make it sound like that person is your role model, but more so have an idea. If this person is able to do it, then I can do it too. And I think that that's very motivating. So that's why I wanted to make a calendar that is gender specific as well as ethnicity specific. So my vision, my mission and the purpose of the calendar. So if you are interested in donating to Today I Want to Be, the link is in the description box, and I would love for you to do that. That would be such a blessing. So one thing that I realized, that because remember, I had to start raising money in order to create. Hey, Paris. So I had to start raising money in order to create these calendars. And I think that that's one of the most frustrating things about being creative and being business minded and an entrepreneur. You have all these ideas, but for me, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, I do not have, hey Tamika, I do not have the funds to make all of these ideas a reality. And so that's the sad part. But I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I just said, I'm going to just pray that God blesses my efforts. And if he wants this project, this calendar project to come to pass, he will send me the money some way, somehow, And so I think if you are a believer, if you are a Christian, your faith has so much to do with your actions. And I just never been that type of person that just sits on my faith. The tween, teen, and young adult years are awkward for both the parent and the child. Hormonal issues and societal pressures, moral dilemmas, and frontal lobe brain development make navigating life for the adolescents a challenge. Wouldn't it be beneficial to have a devotional that assists you with such difficulties? The Cure for Adolescence, Applying Biblical Principles to Your Daily Life by Tenisha N. Collins has been designed to transform the lives of the reader and assist in developing a habit of spending time with God. It is geared towards today's adolescents and poses the cure to daily life struggles. It is best received when guided by a parent or with a study group. Minister Carmen Byers says, I believe this devotional is a win-win for parents and adolescents to read and ingest together as they search for and find answers to many natural and spiritual challenges in life. So order your copy today of The Cure for Adolescence on Amazon and Kindle. So, like I said, I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I wanted these calendars to look like, but I did not have the money. So instead of asking people to donate, meaning my people referring to my friends and family, I had to think of a different way to approach it. So one of the things that I decided to do was I asked people to invest. In this investment, what they were getting was a 15% return on their investment. So they receive all of their money back as well as the 15% return. And I probably reached out. This is all via text message. So I reached out to probably about 30 of my friends and family. And I had 4 people to actually say that they will give or has given already. And I had 2 people, actually 3 people respond back and say that they couldn't do it. And so that was, I think it was, in the beginning, it was disappointing. But then as time went on, like with the amount of people that I did reach out to, I think it just became comical, because you're expecting people to help you out financially with the project that not only that you think is important, but something that would better a child or somebody else. And you would just think that, okay, well, since it's going towards a good cause, then more people would be willing to invest. And then I guess because I felt that because it was an investment that they were doing, I guess, is there really a risk? But I guess with any investment, there's a risk. But I guess because it was coming from me, like, you can trust me. If I tell you you're going to get your money, if I tell you you're going to get your money back, you're going to get your money back. So I think that was an eye-opener for me, in that everybody is not going to share your enthusiasm and, and their money, to help your projects become a reality. And so that was, like I said, an eye-opener for me. But the people that did give, the people that did invest, is just such a blessing, because I feel like that just motivated me so much more to reach out to people, because you just never know. And so there was a couple of people, because you automatically think when these people have money. So with those type of people, I associated an amount. I said, if you can give $1,000, and then for other people, I did not associate an amount. So I just said any amount that you could give. And I think that was another surprising thing. When I put in there, and like I said, this was all via text. When I put in there any amount that you can give, why wouldn't somebody give $10? And is it that maybe people think that that's such a low amount that they won't give it? But for that individual that's requesting it, any amount helps. So, like, I just didn't understand that. And I think, I'm not even going to say I think, but I feel that when when money is no longer an issue for me, then I really want to be a blessing to people financially. Not saying like a whole bunch of money that I can throw out and things like that, but I just know that even those small amounts really just brings encouragement to people, because it brought encouragement to me, just to keep going. And so, and then I also gave them a date of when I was going to give them the money back. So with my calendars, I knew that pretty much my sales will probably be over the middle of January, because nobody's thinking about buying any more calendars after that time. But I still wanted to give myself some leeway on, just taking care of other business. So I let everybody know that I would give them their money back January 15th. So I think it's good to also put a date with the investment that you are requesting individuals to help you out with. So the big day came. The big day was about 3 days ago that I actually launched my site, todayIwantToBe.com. Again, the website is called, and the website address is todayIwantThe2be.com. So I launched the website, and I was very nervous because I like my stuff to be, and I don't want to say perfect, but I just want everything to go well. I'm using Wix, and I created it with a template, but I personalized the template to fit exactly my vision of what I wanted it to look like. And so there was some problems that I was having, and I don't know if it was because of my computer system or what, but there were some problems that I was having, and I was just like, God, please don't when people try to purchase something from me, let people have problems. Hey, Stacy. So that was one of my worries, that people would have problems during the checkout. And the thing of it is, we cannot bog ourselves down with all these what ifs and what if something happens. I can't do that to myself. So I'm just like, God, all I could do is just ask you that nothing goes wrong, with it, and that people just purchase it, and that they can check out and purchase it correctly. And so that's what I have to do. Like, I have so much that I'm trying to accomplish. I cannot be burdened. I can't be worried about the stuff that I cannot control. So that's why I'm just so thankful that I have a relationship with Jesus Christ, because he takes all your burdens. He takes your burdens, but you got to give them to him. And so I say, I'm just going to give it to God. God, you know how hard I worked on this website. So I need you to have it work correctly. And so that was the end of it. So, like I said, I launched the website, and I was nervous. And so after the launching of the website, I'm thinking, I'm going to just have this flood of people. I think I'm just going to have this flood of people just coming to the website and everything. And it was not like that at all. And so it was a little disappointing. It was a little disappointing. And then I also install like a trial period of the visitor analytics. So now what the visitor analytics tells you is a live person that is currently looking at your website, what pages they looked at, how many people have looked at it, and you can filter it from day, week, last 7 days, and things like that. That thing will drive you crazy. I know it's driving me crazy, because I'm constantly looking at it, and I'm like, Martinique, please do not look at this thing, because it will have you disappointed if you are not getting those numbers that you want to get. And so I think that it was a wake-up call for me that I do not need to heavily depend on just web sales. And so I have some pretty aggressive goals in how many calendars I want to sell. And so I'm thinking all of my numbers are primarily going to come from web sales. But I'm learning, or I'm figuring out, that may not be true. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know that I'm doing on my website, this is just pre-orders. So I won't physically have the calendars until the middle of October. And so I don't know if that's kind of a deterrent from people ordering now. And so when I knew that I wanted to launch this product, I was asking people on Facebook. And that's one of the great things about Facebook. So many people have already done what you're trying to accomplish. And so with a post, you can figure out and find out, what has worked for them and what has not worked for them. So, I was just trying to figure out what was the purpose of pre-ordering and how did pre-ordering work for people. And so some people were just saying, so I have a lot of authors that I'm friends with on Facebook, because I have my show, Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. So this one author was saying that she does pre-sales and she gives a gift with it. And so she said the reason why she said it's a small gift. It doesn't have to be anything major, but it's an incentive to have people order during your pre-sales. And so she said she just gives away a bookmarker. And so I'm thinking that's really good that you let me know it's a small gift like that. So what I decided to do was do a price reduction during the pre-sale. So the calendars are actually $20. And hey, Trace, so the calendars are actually $20, but during this pre-sale, I'm actually having them on sale for $15. And so I'm like, that's going to be my free gift, that it's a reduced price. And so that's what I'm using as my incentive for people to purchase now. Now today I actually, because at first I was just doing $2 shipping, and I have no time. I guess I really don't have patience to wait things out to see if it's working or not. I'm always going to the next thing that may work. So at first I did $2 shipping, and then I kept the $2 shipping, and then I went to a price reduction of $15. So we're seeing how we're waiting. I'm waiting out my $15, but I did put an expiration date on the $15. So the expiration date is October 13th, 2019. And to me, that helps people know, okay, I only have so much time. Instead of saying during pre-order, I wanted to actually just give a date. So now I can actually start sending out, okay, 1 week left, 2 weeks left, things like that. So people will begin to remember, okay, there's only so many days left, and they have an actual date to associate with how much time they have left for this reduced price. So like I said, if you want to get your calendar now for $15, go ahead. The link is in the description box. So now pretty much on to the topic. So I have to figure out, how do I get customers now that I'm seeing that all of my sales are not possibly going to come from web sales. So I said, okay, I need to figure out, how am I going to get customers? So I'm actually hosting a virtual vendor fair on October 3rd, 2019 at 9 p.m. And it's going to be me and 5 other vendors that sell different things. And we are actually going to be selling ourselves. So it's going to be like Home Shopping Network. But you're going to be able to watch it, you know, from your Facebook page, because it's going to be a Facebook Live show. If you're interested, if you are interested in participating in this virtual vendor fair, make sure you go ahead and send me a message so that I know that you're interested in being a part of it. If you're just now tuning in, you are actually watching my 1-year journey of staying self-employed. This is month 9 for me. So we're going to do the virtual vendor fair. And so that should be really fun. One of the mindsets that I have begun to incorporate is, if I can't participate in something, meaning because of possibly financial reasons, or if I can't find it, then I just go ahead and create it myself. So that's why I came up with the idea of the virtual vendor fair. Some of these vendor prices are ridiculous, and my price of my calendar is $20. So in order for me to make a profit, sometimes I have to start off with selling 5 calendars to just break even. So that's why, and I'm still going to do the vendor fairs, but that's one of the reasons why I decided I'm going to create my own events. You know, I'm still going to participate in these people's events, but my niche is videos. So I need to incorporate videos into vendoring. Now that I have product, I might as well start making videos about it, and other people can participate in it as well. If you're interested in becoming a vendor on the virtual vendor fair, make sure you send me a message. And it is only $15 to participate. I do want to make this a weekly event. And so, you know, if you can't do it on the 3rd of October, then you can do it on the following week. So I actually asked like I said, I have a lot of friends as authors because of the show. And so I asked the author, does she make more sales at vendor events, or does she make more sales at on her online store. And so she told me, she said she actually makes more money at vendor events that she speaks at, and at the vendor events, possibly the one she does not speak at. And then when people ask her for her website, it's not very likely that they purchase from her. And I said, okay. So now when people give me information like that, and like I said, Facebook is full of people. If you want to know about something, just put a post out there and people will respond to it if they're interested in responding. So like I said, this woman said that to me. And so one of the things that I am going to do is, like I said, I'm going to participate in these vendor events, but to combat that, I'm going to, at the events, I'm going to sell the calendar for $15. But I'm going to also let them know, you purchase now, you save $5. And then if they seem like they're about to walk away and they take maybe a flyer with the website on it, then that's when I will let them know that the price on the website is $20. So we'll see how that works out. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this stuff is so that in my, hey Taekwon, in my recap of, month 10, then I'll let you guys know if it has been working or not. So like I said, I'm doing vendor fairs. And then another thing, I don't want to spend a lot on these vendor fairs. I think at the most, I want to spend, at the most realistically, I would love to just spend $50. But we'll have to just see how sales go, because maybe I'll spend $100 at the vendor fair, but that's the most. I just can't. So I'm gonna do the vendor fairs. Another thing that I want to do is I want to go door to door. Now, like I said, these calendars actually highlights Black women. So I want to go to Black neighborhoods. And I suggested that to my other friend that is actually having a brick and mortar store in Chicago. And so I suggested to her, like, maybe you should do door to door, maybe just to introduce yourself to the people and let them know that you're now in the neighborhood, things like that. And so she said, no, she would. That's not something she's interested in doing. So now just a little story about me. I actually used to go door to door and not sell, but ask people if they were interested in painting estimates. But this was a different neighborhood. This was in New Orleans, but it was in the neighborhoods where, it wasn't poverty neighborhoods. It wasn't, things like that. So I guess it I wasn't afraid, but I'm just like, God, you just have to protect me. And I think another thing is I had hesitation in the beginning with being an Uber driver. And so with being an Uber driver, I pick up strangers every single day, and so I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not really worried about going door to door. I mean, I'm not going to do it at night because, I'm just not. But I think if I do it in the daytime, I'll be fine. And then I also want to bring you all along with me. So I'll be, having it on my phone that I'm going out. And the reason why I'm telling you this also is because I challenge you guys to think of creative ways to begin to get those new customers for your business, for your products. Because we have some great, I'm speaking for myself, I have a great product. So now it's a matter of I have to let people know about this product. And I think that's the hardest thing. Like, we just can't I cannot only depend on Facebook and social media to be my only avenue to letting people know about my great product. And when people do not react the way that I want them to react, meaning to go purchase my great product, I cannot be discouraged and not do anything. And I think that that's what happens to us sometimes. We get so discouraged when we don't see those results, but I think sometimes we just have to start utilizing our creative juices and figure out a different method to letting people know about our great product. And all we can do is try. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least you try. And so that's my motivator, because I'm like, Martinique, okay, you realistically, you have 3 solid months to really push and let people know about your calendar. So you need to, all these different ideas you have, try it out. Let's see what works. Let's see how it works. So with going door to door, I actually want to get those door advertisements, you know, the ones that have the hole in it, and you can just put it on people's doors. So that's what I want to also purchase. And then if the person isn't home, then I can just put the door flyer, you know, on their door. So now one of the hesitations that I had was, I was thinking to myself, well, Martinique, maybe you should not carry around your product. Like, what if I get robbed? So that's what I was thinking. And so I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to carry around my product and only accept credit cards, or if is my sole purpose of going door to door just to let people know about the website. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But yeah, I thought going door to door was a great idea. It's not an idea for everybody, but some people don't mind. So another way to let people know about my product, my calendars, is going to different Black businesses and see if they're interested in purchasing some calendars. So what I would like to do is sell my calendars to these businesses for $15. Or I can even do $10, but there would have to be some type of minimum purchase if I do $10. So if I did $10 calendar, there would have to be some type of minimum, and then they can upsell it for $20, you know, in their store. So that's one of the things that I'm going to really hustle and do. Another thing is I'm calling organizations, typically ones that focus on Black girls or have a lot of Black girls in their organization. And I want to reach out to them and see if they're interested in purchasing calendars for these mentees, or if I can come to their events and speak, like maybe just 10 minutes, just talking about my calendars and actually seeing if some of the parents are interested in purchasing the calendars. Another thing that's great about these calendars, and that I actually put on the website, is that people can actually utilize these calendars as fundraiser calendars. So if they purchase a minimum of 15 calendars, each calendar is $10. So then they can upsell it for $20. And at the most, I think they should sell it at $25. But that's a $15 profit that they're making from these calendars, you know, as a fundraiser. So if any of you guys are watching and you know of organization leaders that I can reach out to, I would love for you to send me a message and let me know who I should reach out to, because I'm going to be calling up a storm. I don't know if emailing is working so much, because I reached out, but this was a Friday, so I got to give them some leeway on that. But around Friday at 2 p.m., I reached out to like 5 different organization leaders, and nobody responded. So like I said, it was Friday at 3 p.m. So maybe they were already gone. Who knows? So we'll see how the emailing goes. But the reason why I don't like to do the calling so much is because it's so time consuming. And then you have so many gatekeepers, with it. It's so many hurdles to just talk to a person. I'm just like, come on. That's why I would love for, if you guys know of the direct person I should talk to, just let me know. Help a sister out for that. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is, because I was thinking about, I need to get into Black churches. And so I would love to possibly set up a table at Black churches, after service. That would be great. That would be ideal. But I know that there probably will be a lot of churches that will not allow me to do that. So my next solution to that is I need to create flyers, and during church service, I need to go put these flyers on the people's cars, and so now, like I said, I'm a Christian, so I don't want to miss church. So we actually have 2 church services. We have a 9:40 church service. I think it's 8:40 or 9:40. I don't go to that one. I go to the 10:40 one. But I'll go to my early church service, and then I'll go around to the Black churches. Now, I wish it wasn't going to be expensive, but it might become a little expensive with the flyers, because with my calendars, you really get to see the richness of these calendars in color. And it just doesn't give it justice when the flyer is in black and white. So that might be where I don't want to say a lot. That might be where some of the money is going towards, the printing. But I am going to do a half a sheet. So I don't know. I always have to give myself a number. So like with the door hangers, I say, okay, Martinique, you print off 1,000 and you complete that 1,000, so I can at least say, okay, there was 1,000 door hangers. There were 1,000 houses that I went to. So that's what I also have to do with these flyers that I put on the cars. I have to print out a certain number just so I will feel satisfied on how many I actually passed out, So that's what I'm going to do with the flyers. And I think that should work, with me. If a church says, no, you cannot set up a table, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to be reaching out to these churches to see if they're interested in purchasing some of these calendars for their young congregants. Or I'm going to ask them if I can put a half a sheet of flyer in their bulletins. I think that would be good. Now that would be good. Or they might even let me speak at the church. I don't like speaking in front of people, but I do what I got to do, because I got to go. So I also want to make those sidewalk signs. You know how you go around and you stopped at a traffic light and you see these, we buy, what they say, we buy diabetes test strips, those type of signs, or we buy used cars. So I want to make the sidewalk signs, because there are so many neighborhoods that I can be putting these up at. But I feel like sometimes I think about the people that, like the cities, that come and cut the grass, the city workers, and then they just throw them away. So I had to find a way to possibly put those signs up on, like, maybe a stop sign or something like that, where they actually have like the different signages, just so My money won't be going to waste when they come and cut the grass. Another thing that is really good. Oh, so this one young lady that's an author, one thing that she has been doing was she actually sells her books at different events. And these aren't vendor events. These are like poetry nights, just a coffee shop, just different venues that I never even thought about. And so that's what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to reach out to these different venues, to these different event coordinators, and ask them if I can set up shop and sell some of my calendars. Now, one thing that I was thinking about was people don't want to carry around a calendar. So I had to figure out some type of way. I didn't know if I wanted to just keep the calendar for them, you know, until the end of the event, and then they come and get it. I haven't figured that part of it out. If you have a suggestion, let me know. That would be very helpful. So I'm trying to figure out that part. Also, now this is very time consuming, but this is something that I need to do. I think I should do it. So I have 3,700 friends here on Facebook. And what I've been doing was sending them an individual message, asking them, because don't you hate when people just send you a random message about an event or something? I'm like, I don't even know you. So I'm asking them, is it okay? I'm letting them know that I have created this calendar that highlights Black women to inspire Black girls. And I'm asking them if I can send them more information. So they'll say, oh yeah, go ahead. So then I send them a separate message, and many of them will just look at the message, because you know, with Facebook don't let nothing get past you. They let you know when somebody see your message. So I see that they saw the message, and then I have a very small few people will say, okay, I'm going to purchase one. So what I do is, I think it's key in following up with people. So I'm writing down their names, and I don't think I'm gonna go the route of saying, well, hey, are you still gonna purchase your calendar? I think I'm just gonna go the route on just, especially since I'm doing a sale. So I'm gonna go the route of, you know, you only have 5 days left for you to purchase your calendar at $15. And then that will hopefully just jog their memory on, you know, purchasing the calendar. And then they'll purchase it because they're actually seeing how many days they have left to get this reduced price. And I think that's as many times as I'm going to follow up, just one time. I'm not going to do multiple times. I just don't want to be that type of salesperson. I hate people that bug people. You know, if I want to purchase something, I will purchase it. And then I think another thing is, with me being a believer, I truly believe that, I don't believe this just because I'm saying I believe it, but I believe it because this is what has happened in the Bible, you know, where God has jogged somebody's memory to remember someone. And so that's all I can do is, you know, I can reach out to this person with a follow-up, but I don't have the time to constantly follow up, you know, with people multiple times. And so I'm just like, well, God, I just pray that you bring it to their remembrance of them saying that they are going to purchase it. And then just leave it at that. You know, like I said, as a believer, you, especially when you begin to know the characteristics of God and you begin to trust God and stuff and things, you cannot go crazy with your business, meaning there is so much that God wants you to just give to him, like I can only do so much. And so that's why I'm like, I am not going to worry myself with this new product, because I'm like, I can only do so much. And then God is going to, I can only give it to God to do the rest, you know? And so that's my encouragement to you, you know, that you truly just put it in the hands of God. You do your thing, you do your part, but it's only so much you can do. I hope you realize that it's only so much you can do, you know, and just give it to God. And just pray that he just blesses your efforts. That's what I've been praying. I'm like, Jesus, look, you know, I've been working hard. I just pray you bless my efforts. So I'm going to tell you guys my aggressive goal. My aggressive goal is 6,000 calendars by January 5th. So now you might be saying to yourself, how in the world are you going to reach 6,000 customers? How are you going to get 6,000 sales? You can be a part of that. So if you go ahead and visit that description box where it says purchase your calendar here, you can actually click on that link and you can purchase your calendar. And then you can help me raise that number. So also let me know if you want to invest, get your 15% return on it, as well as, and you can do any amount. You know, there is no small amount. You want to do $5, do $5. That helps. So you can also invest if you want to. And that's pretty much it. You know, I know this was a long video, but I really wanted to tell you guys how this last month really was. My motivator really truly is Martinique. We cannot Uber anymore. I'm just so sick of Ubering. I'm sick of the wear and tear on my car. I'm sick of the all the gas that I had to put in my car. Cause you know, like you honestly had to put in $20. Well, for me, I have a Hyundai Sonata. So it doesn't take that much gas, but still I'm filling up every single day if I'm driving every day. But I have to put in $20 a day. And then Uber is not booming the way it used to. And I don't know if that's because there's more Uber drivers or what. But I'm spending like 8 hours to make $100. And I'm just like, I have too many ideas for me to only be making $100 for 8 hours. And it's not even 100, because remember, I gotta put $20 in my car. So it's really $80 for 8 hours. And you got the wear and tear on your car. So I'm just like, I gotta find something else, because this is not working. But I did tell myself, y'all, and I hope it doesn't come to this, but I told myself, Martinique, you better give this calendar thing a good go, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to get a job, and then I'm still going to be doing my authors to know and their books to read. So I had 2 things that I'm doing to make money: my authors to know and their books to read show and my calendars. So I really do appreciate you for watching, and I really hope that you got some tips on how to start marketing your products and services. And I just hope that you challenge yourself and just take some of these tips. Let me know if you utilize them in your business. Let me know if they work for you, because I'll surely let you know if they have worked for me in my month 10 recap. I hope you guys have a great night, and don't forget to go visit my new website, todayiwanttobee.com. Again, that's todayiwant2be.com. I hope you guys have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.